Okay guys, so we're going to finish this 2-day review. Remember yesterday part 1 was a regular 10-point assignment by itself. This assignment is also a 10-point assignment, so even though they're connected, there's like a continuation, they count as separate assignments. This is 15 through 24. You'll do the odds, I'm doing the evens. This is review, so if you feel like you already know how to do this, you can just stop the video now and go ahead and get to work. Otherwise, follow along as I go through these even problems. I am going to mention this is the second time I shot this video because the first time something went wrong in the very last problem. It will happen again, but now I'm ready to handle it. So whatever. Let's start with 16. It's pretty easy. You want to solve for x. You need to cancel this out. Since it's added, you want to subtract it over here at the other side. So minus -6, -2. What you see here can be typed into the calculator, but by the time you type it in, you could probably work it out quicker in your head. -9 minus -6 would be +6, so that's -3. And then 6 minus -2 is +2. 6 plus 2 is 8. -3, 8 should be the answer for number 16. And here, you can see I already shot this once, so I already checked them once. But there it is, -3, 8. Okay, number 18. So this is going to be a two-step equation. To isolate b, we got to do two things. First, I want to cancel this out and bring it to the other side of the equal sign. Since it is positive, there's no sign in front of it. That means it's positive. I need to subtract it. So it's going to be -22, -28, 7, minus -10, -10, -11 equals -3b. I believe in the homework I had someone who, on a similar problem, added it to the other side. They saw this minus sign and thought, oh, minus, I need the plus. But that minus sign is after the brackets. It actually is tied to the 3. So you want to look in front of the brackets. Since this is positive, we subtract it. Again, you could do this math in the calculator. I'm going to do it without a calculator because minus is plus. So -22 plus 10 is -12. -28 minus again is plus 10. That's -18. 7 minus 11 is plus 11. That's positive 18. And to finish this, if it was a regular equation, we'd say divide by 3 on both sides. You can still think that it'll work out, but you're supposed to multiply by -1/3 instead of dividing by -3. Whatever, it cancels out. -1/3 times -12 is 4. -1/3 times -18 is 6. -1/3 times positive 18 is -6. So 4, 6, -6. Right there. So looking good. Except that 4 looks like a y here. No, it's a 4. All right, number 20. So this we solve using inverses. To cancel that out in front of the c, I need to multiply it on the other side as an inverse. So the inverse of -4, -2, -1, 0, multiplied by -26, 2, -7, -2. And this, I did research over the last couple of days how to work out inverses by hand without a calculator. I've taught it before, but it's been a long time. And then it all came back to me. It is just a ton of busy written work. So I'm happy just using the calculator. New matrix, add, so -4, -2, -1, 0. New matrix, add, -26, 2, -7, -2, enter, and now I need to do A inverse times B, and we end up with 7, 2, -1, -5, and I'll check number 20. And it's right there. So far so good. Again, this is just repeat of stuff I've already taught. That's why it's called review. Number 22 and 23 are solving systems of equations. The directions say Gaussian or Gauss-Jordan elimination. I kept calling it row echelon elimination. That's the horrible stuff that no one likes doing, and we're not going to do it. We're going to do like number 20. So the way to do this, like number 20, using a calculator, is to first set it up. So 3, -1, 3, -2. That is our coefficient matrix. Next to that, you can either put a variable matrix of x and y. That reflects the fact that there's x's and y's in this equation. Or if you want, you can do something like number 20, where you just pick a capital letter and use that instead. And it doesn't matter. You can do it either way. I don't care. But to solve this, solve for c, we need to do the inverse of the coefficient matrix times the solution matrix. And for this, we use a calculator, which is way better than a whole page full of steps. So new matrix, 2 by 2, 3, -1, 3, -2. New matrix, this one is a 2 by 1, and it's going to have in it 12 and 9. And now I need to do the inverse of A. So A inverse times B. And I get 5, 3. And since this is a system of equations, we write our answer as a point, 5, 3, an ordered pair, 5, 3. And boy, I just don't like my handwriting. So check number 22. And there it is, 5, 3. Okay, 24 is the same. It's just a 3 by 3 system instead of a 2 by 2. So let me clear the calculator. My coefficient matrix, -5, -2, 2, 4. Nope, just about screwed that up. 0, 4, 2, 5, 5, 1. This second equation is missing an x term, which means there's a 0 that goes where the x coefficient would go. I'll just cut right to the chase and put a capital letter there. The solution matrix, -1, 4, 7. And so, new matrix, 3 by 3. I need to type in -5, -2, 2. 0, 4, 2, 5, 5, 1. New matrix. This one is 3 rows, 1 column, 3 by 1. Type in -1, 4, 7. Hit enter. Now I'm supposed to do A inverse times B. Before I do that, you see all those decimals, 0.3 repeating, 0.6 repeating. That happened on the last problem too. It worked out just fine, but I think it actually causes a slight error here. So watch what happens when I do times B. Okay, the answer we get, that middle number, 4.4409 times 10 to the -16th. What is that? That's 0 point, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 zeros, 4409. You know that's not right. That would not possibly be right. And when I go to check the answer key on number 24, right there, 102. So what I think is happening is the calculator, in doing this whole process, I think it rounds off when it shouldn't, like internally as it's processing this. Like I said, to do an inverse is like a page full of writing. So there's obviously an algorithm it goes through to calculate the inverse. Then when you multiply it by B, something got rounded off all wacky, and it gives you this. Now, think about it though. This number is really, really close to 0. So we can go ahead and say our answer is 102, or 102 if you write it as an ordered triple. So remember that when you pull up Desmos.com, the matrix calculator on Desmos, there is a little banner up the top that it's a beta version. So obviously not every kink is worked out. I think it's pretty rare that something like this happens. So if it does happen, on assignments, you can check your work, and if the answer rounds off to the right answer, like this one obviously would, then just assume it's one of those little flaws. If we're doing a quiz and it happens, well, your quizzes are all multiple choice, so usually you could pick, use the other 2 numbers to help you, select the right answer. And always you could reach out to me with an email or something if you're just totally unsure. But the calculator is a beta. A mistake like this can happen. Don't let it don't let it bum you out too much. Should be still okay. All right, I'm going to quit babbling. Hope you have a great day and get to work on